ফিরে এলাম বিরতির পর। আপনারা দেখছেন চেতনা টিভি। আজকে রাইস অনলাইন ক্লাসে আমরা ইন্ডিয়ান পলিটি নিয়ে পড়াশোনা করছি। ম্যাম সুতপা বেরা আমাদের সঙ্গে রয়েছেন। ম্যাম, আমি থামিয়েছিলাম বিরতিতে যাওয়ার জন্য। ম্যাম, আমরা এবার নেক্সট পার্টে চলে যাই।
অবশ্যই, একদম। স্টুডেন্টস, নাও কাম টু পার্ট 10, right? Part 10 deals with the scheduled and the tribal areas. Two articles are there, Article 244 and Article 244A. In India, there are some tribal areas. They are backward, so they are specially privileged by the center under Part 10. Okay. Now come to two parts altogether, Part 11 and Part 12. Listen very carefully. Part 11 and 12 deal with center-state relations. We know India is a federal country officially. There are power division between center and the states. So these topics are discussed under this zone, center-state relations. Okay. First come to Part 11, deals with two relations, center-state legislative relations, Articles 245 to 255, and center-state administrative relations, Articles 256 to 263. So first come to center-state legislative relations. Topics are what? There are three lists, right? Three lists are what? Union list, state list, and concurrent list. List 1, list 2, and list 3. Okay. There are subjects, chart of the subjects. Okay. Right now, list 1, union list has 100 subjects. State list, list 2 has 61 subjects, and list 3 has 52 subjects. Subjects under list 1 are totally controlled by the center, modified by the parliament only, right? Subjects under state list are totally controlled by the state concerned, modified by the concerned state legislature. Over here, center has no say officially, not actually coming. Subjects under list 3 are controlled by both center and states. But over here, on the same subject, center can override the states. Point is this. So I have said that India is officially federal country, but it's a quasi-federal country. Over here, center is more powerful than the states. There are residuary powers, residuary subjects enjoyed by the center or parliament, etc., etc. Next is center-state administrative relations, Articles 256 to 263. Topics are what? There are topics like center's directions to the states, then interstate water disputes, then interstate council, etc., etc. So these are under Part 11. So Part 11 deals with center-state legislative and administrative relations. Clear? Now come to Part 12. Part 12 deals with center-state financial relations, Articles 264 to 300A. It's a very important zone. Topics are what? Over here we will discuss about the taxes, about finance commission, about public funds such as consolidated funds, contingency funds, and public accounts funds, etc., etc. They all are under Part 12. Okay. So Part 11 and 12 are very important, deal with center-state relations in three fields. Under Part 11, legislative and administrative, under Part 12, financial. Okay. Come to Part 13. Part 13 deals with interstate trade and commerce. Articles are 301 to 307. Over here, this subject is controlled by center, modified by the parliament. Which subject? Interstate trade and commerce under part 13. Okay. Now come to part 14. It's very important for you the guys. Listen very carefully. Part 14 deals with public services. Right? Articles 308 to 323. Students, in India, there are three basic types of public services. What are they? Central services, controlled by the center. Then state services, public services, controlled by the state, particular state concerned. And all India services, such as IAS, IPS and IFS. Right now there are three types of all India services: Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service and Indian Forest Service. Right? They are sent by the center but work under state level. For these posts, exams are conducted by two basic commissions, UPSC and SPSC. UPSC conducts exams for the posts of central services and all India services, and SPSC for the state services. Clear? So part 14 deals with public services. Only public services is minded, not the private services. Public services, government services, center and the state levels. Okay? Part 14A, added later by 42nd Amendment Act in 1976, deals with tribunals. Two articles are there, Article 323A and 323B. What are they? What are the tribunals? Article 323A deals with administrative tribunals and B deals with for the other matters, tribunals for the other matters. Back to Article 323A is very important. Article 323A deals with administrative tribunals such as CAT, SAT, BAT. What are they? CAT stands for Central Administrative Tribunals, SAT State Administrative Tribunals and BAT Bank Administrative Tribunals. These body deals with disputes of public servants. CAT for the central employees, SAT for the state employees and BAT for the bank employees. So part 14A deals with tribunals which deal with the just under A public services disputes, under B of other matters. Okay. So part 14 public services, basic public services, part 14A tribunals altogether, right? You have to learn this. Now come to part 15. It's very, very important again. Part 15 deals with elections. Students, in India, elections are held at three levels basically. At the center, parliament, both houses. At the state legislatures, both houses. At the local bodies. And again for the posts of president and vice president. Right? Either directly or indirectly. We give vote directly at three levels with the Indian people. At the center, Lok Sabha. At the state, Vidhan Sabha. At the local bodies. These are held on the basis of universal adult franchisee. These are conducted by Election Commission. Central Election Commission of India deals with, listen very carefully, deals with elections of parliament, both houses, state legislatures, both houses, and for the posts of president and VP, but not the local bodies. For local bodies, there is in every state election commission and the state government. Right? Okay? So part 15 deals with what? Elections with the center, not the state level. I repeat, Under part 15, Central Election Commission conducts elections to Parliament, both houses, state legislatures, both houses, and President and Vice President. That's it, but not local bodies, I repeat. Okay? Now come to part 16, very important. Part 16 deals with special provisions for certain classes, right? Articles 330 to 342A. What are these special classes? These are scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and OBCs are the backward classes. SCs, STs, and OBCs. There are various provisions for them, okay, under part 16. Clear? Come to part 17, deals with official languages. Articles 343 to 351. At the center, official languages are Hindi plus English. At the state level, English and the state languages. Right? Next, very important, part 18. Part 18 deals with emergency provisions. Articles 352 to 360. What are this? Students, in India, there are 3 types of emergency provisions for unforeseen situations, right? For crisis. What are these 3? National emergency, Article 352, then state emergency, Article 356, and financial emergency, Article 360. These 3 are issued by President. I repeat, in India, President can issue or proclaim 3 types of emergencies. What are they? National emergency under Article 352, then state emergency under Article 356, and financial emergency under Article 360. Grounds are separate, but they all are to be approved by the Parliament letter within certain time period. Otherwise, they will be ceased to be operated. So, part 18 deals with emergency proclaimed by President of India. Clear? Now come to part 19, students. Topic is miscellaneous. Articles 361 to 367. This part deals with some special provisions for the posts of President and the governors. Right? As a head of the center and the states, officially, they enjoy some special provisions. They can't be arrested by the police within the time period, and so on. These are deals with part 19. Now listen. Suppose the post of President, this is under part 5, but for this post special provisions are under part 19. Both are not same, just mind it. Right? Part 20, again very important. Part 20 deals with amendment of Indian Constitution. Only one article, Article 368. Students, our constitution is not rigid. It can be changed, it can be modified, it can be amended by only Parliament by law. Over here, the sole power is enjoyed by the center, that is Parliament by law can amend the articles of Indian Constitution, right? Either by simple majority or by special majority, but without touching the basic structure. This was held by Kesavananda Bharati case in 1973. So part 20 deals with amendment of the Indian Constitution. Only one article, Article 368. Okay. Now come to part 21. Part 21 is also important. Part 21 deals with temporary, transitional and special provisions for certain states. The states are what? The states are Nagaland, Assam, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Manipur, Mizoram, etc. Right? But not West Bengal, unfortunately. And articles are Article 369 to 392. Okay.
ম্যাম কি ধরনের প্রশ্ন আসতে পারে?
জেনারেলি এটা তো পুরো ব্রিফিং আমাদের সংবিধানের, আমি যেটা আজকে বলছি, মানে রাইট নাও মানে বেসিক টপিকস আর ফান্ডামেন্টাল রাইটস, ডিপিএসপি, প্রেসিডেন্ট, পার্লামেন্ট, এখান থেকে জেনারেলি কোয়েশ্চেন্স আছে, অ্যামেন্ডমেন্ট কোয়েশ্চেন আসতে পারে।
আর কোন কোন এক্সামে এটা মাস্ট একদম আসে?
সব এক্সামে, ডাব্লিউবিসিএস তো অবশ্যই, প্লাস সিজিএল বা পিএসসি, সব এক্সামে এখান থেকে মানে রাইট না অনেক কোয়েশ্চেনই আসছে। বিসিএস তো অবশ্যই প্রচুর কোয়েশ্চেন এখান থেকে দেয়।
আর নাম্বারিং কিরকম থাকে?
নাম্বারিং বলতে বিসিএস এর ক্ষেত্রে প্রিলিমসে থাকে 20 মার্কস মতো, ইচ ক্যারিজ 1, মেইনসে 100 মার্কসের থাকে, একদম টোটাল 100 মার্কস।
আচ্ছা
আচ্ছা, অন্য পিএস এক্সামে যেমন ধরুন ওই 10, 20, 12 এরকম থাকে, সিজিএল এ 2-3টে থাকে, খুব একটা বেশি থাকে না এরকম।
মানে সব কম্পিটিটিভ
এক্সামে
এক্সামে
এখন এটা একটা ভীষণ ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা সাবজেক্ট, পড়তেই হবে ভীষণভাবে।
একদমই। আপনারা সঙ্গে থাকুন, একটা ছোট্ট ব্রেক নেওয়ার সময় হয়ে গেছে, ফিরে আসছি ব্রেকের পর রাইস অনলাইন ক্লাসে, সঙ্গে থাকুন।